Well, we had gotten more rain. I honestly don't even know how much we got, but we got our corn silage pile all tarped, and Daryl and Peter have been busy hauling grain these last couple of days. We've been getting other stuff ready. We got the corn header out. We're gonna try combining corn today. So, combine's ready. We need to hook it up, and I think we need to grease the oh yeah, look at that. Somebody leaned that up over there. We got to grease the header, and I think that then we're good to go. We've done everything else. This is actually in front. It goes in the front of our cleaning sieve, and the one that we put in there has holes all over the place. It allows the corn to fall in down quicker. And we put a different sieve in, our corn sieve. So we're gonna run with one combine. We got 50 acres we want to do today, and then we started off at about 300 acres we were going to do for Hallarda, and I think it's going to be closer to 700 now. We got a frost and the corn dried down really quick, so they're not going to have as much corn to chop as they originally thought. So we got more to combine. So yeah, we're going to try our unit out first on the corn, our 50 acres, get the dryer all going, and then we're going to start hammering off Hallarda's corn tomorrow. Hallarda is a local dairy farm that they chop our corn, our alfalfa, and we combine their corn. So yeah. Corn. I'll go back and get a moisture on it. All right. .8. That's pretty good. The weight is not great though. That's not great weight. 52 pounds. Not good weight, but yeah, that's a good moisture.
Okay, so my morning for the most part has been running errands. They're talking rain. Hard to believe when it's so sunny, but my next job is I got the dryer loading, so that's good. And while it's loading, I've got to get the quad track machines, like the one Versatile, the Delta Track, and cultivator off of the field. And I need to get the case quad track and the harrows off of the field. Reason for that all, it's pretty simple. We want to be able to, if it rains, assuming it's going to rain, we're going to want to get those units ready to go for anhydrous. So I want everything so it's off the field and ready to get ready, I guess, and in the yard. So really not looking forward to clogging the yard up more, but I gotta do some of these errand things too, or these whatever. So I got that hose to fix on the cultivator, on the one cultivator, and yeah. So one thing about today's job is I've been given an idea as to what I'm doing, but I did not take this apart, so I really have no idea. So it's a wing hose on the left hand side. Oh, okay. So obviously there's a connection, and this is where it runs. guess somewhere in that loop over there is where we're going to find the other connection. But I will see if we can figure this out. Okay, so process of following the rabbit trail and length of hose. I am right. It should be here. That is odd. But there's the end. It's kind of facing a weird direction, so I might switch that up. However, it's worked like that for the years that it has. Huh. Wrong wrench. That's why that didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna try. To me, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm actually gonna loop this around a little different. Oh, that's actually loose too. Try that one for size. If it wants to push it there naturally, maybe that's where it's going to go. There. 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 Shows you how much I drive this tractor when I have to phone and ask for where it is, and they say it's in the usual spot. I don't know where the usual spot is. Anyway, we are good. Tractor is Terry clean, and it will be like everything else today and not start, or is it going to start? Oh, I bet you anything they'll have done battery disconnect, just because we've been doing that. Hopefully it ain't that dead, because if it is, that'll be another chore for the day. That does not. Just so we're clear, and if you're not sure when to believe when we say we're wet, this has been worked, and we have water. So likely I should not have driven my truck into this field. I did not even think of that. I thought maybe we had dried up enough that it wouldn't be a problem, but wow, was I wrong. That is a low hole in the field though, so oh, never mind. Look at my front tires are sinking. Whew. And my side ones are. We just need to get this girl off of the field. She's soft. Very, very soft.
We figured this was going to be our driest field. It's been the most advanced all along. This is a field where we will bring our cows for the winter up until about January. So we figured, oh, you know what, let's clean this field up, and whenever we decide to bring cows back here, we can do it whenever we have time, and they can start munching away at the corn stover and find any corn that or cobs that we didn't get. Because as good as this combine is, you're always going to have header loss, and you're going to have cobs that, well, they don't make it in the cab, in the cob. we'll have headers that don't make it into the combine, and cows will be able to find those. So manure got spread earlier, or yeah, this week, back out behind there. rest of our corn is this moisture and this yield, we will be very happy. This is right now it's yielding, it's running right about 170, but our headlands are quite poor, and we don't expect the whole field to run like this, but that's good yields for us. We'll take that any day. Hey, Peter just got to the field, and I'm full. Well, just about full. Wow, that feels nice, and that feels a lot drier than 20%. Figured I wasn't going to make it to the end anyway, and no reason to start the year off with cap corn already. So don't want to lose any combine privileges that I've got. I want to do that on the first day. Finally get to drive the combine. I'm not sure if I've done any combining yet this year. Update on my foot. My foot is doing much better. I have days when it hurts quite a bit, or it still hurts, but for the most part it's doing pretty good. This coming season there'll be lots of potential walking and up and down stuff, so we're gonna try and play it by ear. Maybe I'll run the grain cart. Oh, we're not too sure. We're gonna play it by ear on how my foot's feeling and what we're all doing. So yeah, it's been four weeks now.
been empty. So turn the auger on. That should do that. And now just like this, it's time to rock and roll. Interesting tidbit, I got my loading on automatic. We have not done anything here yet. I'm loading, but we're already having to load because that's how much it's shrunk. So, hey, now we're going to put metering on. kind of year we've had, there was so much moisture, I guess, that got in the dryer that we had oats that had plugged. We cleaned the auger out, but we didn't look. Fairly simple thing, but there's brackets that go along the bottom, and it's in a big cylinder hole, and in those cylinder holes, they were all plugged full of growth, so that the corn was not allowed actually to flow through there. So it actually plugged the cross auger, which is just plugging the metering hole. So needless to say, we are right on our little we didn't do some clean up here around here yet too. That's kind of gross, but we'll get on that as we get drying. So we got some piles of junk to clean up, but the Parker's working on here right now. He's gonna get the loader tractor, and we're gonna get that going. And we're still hoping to get one tractor off the field yet if we can today, because again, if it rains, that's gonna suck. So that is the one more job we're hoping to do here yet.
All right, this corn here is heavy. Just north of the bush, the yard site, we're running in that 190. Obviously the field's not going to yield that, but it's nice to have areas that are going to run this. Helps bring the average up. The headlands were quite poor on this field, especially on the west side. They were, yeah, very poor. And we're hitting even 200 here. Yeah. But that's how the average gets there. You can have the whole field, you can take the good spots, but the whole field average is what matters. And haven't had corn on this field in, I think it's 3 years. We've been having in that perennial, no, not perennial, oats and barley. It's been a feed ration that we fed, and with our new feed wagon we decided to switch things up, and we're going to be going mostly just a corn, alfalfa with that perennial ryegrass straw. That'll be our feed, and so no oats, pea, barley ration this year. It'll make feeding a lot quicker, and yeah, we'll look forward to seeing how that works out.
So other than watching the dryer go round and round, which I think Kendall's just going to keep his ears on things because they have all the grains in position, my goal today was to move the quadrac into the yard with arrows. But we had left the two-way radio on, drained the battery just enough that she is not starting. So I managed to get my truck out here. So we're boosting it a little bit. Shouldn't take too much, I don't think. Let's just try it. Beauty, we are going. So on that note, we just gotta park this thing in the boys' yard, and then we're golden. So we are up and running. Hopefully I can get my truck back to the yard without getting stuck, because right there is water. So here's the hoping.